we are taking it from the shaper tool. Now this is our shaper tool. Once you right click, you have some other tools in here. Right, so let's start with the shaper tool. Now with the shaper tool in Illustrator, it allows you to draw freeform shapes, and Illustrator is able to determine the kind of shape that you want to come out with. So if I do this, Illustrator is telling me that I need a circle. So with the freeform shape that I drew, Illustrator is giving me a circle. It's telling me that this is the shape that I want to draw. If I go by this, it gives me a rectangle. Sorry, a triangle. Right. So doing this gives me a triangle. Right. And then if I do this, it gives me a square. Yes. And if I should go with this, it gives me a hexagon. This of 6 sides. Okay. The next tool in there is the pencil tool. The pencil tool also allows you to draw freeform paths, and how to draw will be a stroke. So it allows you to draw freeform path. I just click and drag to get my path. And so when you get to the end, you see that there is a small circle there. It means that you are closing the path. So once I release it, the path is closed. But with this, the path is not closed. But with this freeform path right here, it is closed. One thing also, you can hold on Shift whilst drawing with your pencil tool to get a straight line. Right? So you can get a vertical line, a diagonal line, or a horizontal line. Select all and then delete. So to get a diagonal line, I hold on my Shift. Right? Holding on the Shift, you can see that the cursor, right? You can see that there is a minus sign that comes in there. The asterisk sign goes away, and then a minus sign comes there. That means I'm holding on my Shift key. So I click and drag to get my diagonal line. Right? I hold on the Shift again. I click and drag to get my vertical line. I hold on my Shift. I click and drag to get my horizontal line. Not holding on the Shift and having the asterisk there right beneath the pencil. That means you are drawing a free-form path. One thing also, I can draw straight lines in a closed path using the Alt key. So holding on the Alt key, I click and drag. I click and then drag again. Right, and then I click and then drag. Then once I get to the starting point, you see the cursor, the pencil, the minus turns into a small circle right there. That means I want to close the path. So once I do this, the path is closed. So we use the Alt to do this. Okay, then my path is closed. Okay, so let me go for my selection tool, highlight all, and then delete. The next tool in there is the smooth tool. The smooth tool. So I'll first go with my pencil tool, and then I draw this freeform path. I'll go in there again, and then for the smooth tool, I can use it to smoothen the path. So once I do this, you see some of the anchors are being deleted, right? And then my path is being smoothened. So that is the work of the smooth tool. So I want to smoothen my freeform path right here. So at some point it will create anchors. At some point also it will delete some of the anchors. So that's the work of the free form. Sorry, the smooth tool. We have the path eraser tool also here. So with this path eraser tool, this is a closed path, and when I click on this, it deletes everything because it's a closed path. If I go for my pencil tool and I draw this here, which is not a closed path, if I go for the path eraser tool, it will erase everything. Right? You see what's happening in here? It does it little by little. Let me select all and delete. So I'll go in there for my pencil tool again. I draw a closed path. Then I go in there for the path eraser tool. And this time it will erase everything because the path I drew was closed. The next one in here also is the join tool. Now the join tool is used to join a path which is not closed. So if I go for this, I draw to this point. Now this path is not closed. If I go for a join tool, I can click and drag to join this path. So I can, let me try using lines. Okay, so I do this. Okay. Line segments too. I do this also. Then I do this. Okay, so I go for first. Let me select all. Okay, then I go in there for my join tool. I try to do it here. Yes, and it's working right here. So it has joined the path. So everything here is joined. Right. Yes. So you can try another one this time. Okay. Right. So with this part, this side is making the path not to be closed. So we go for our join tool and then we try to let's select all first. So let's delete this from there. Okay. So we select everything. Then we're going for the join tool. Then we do it. Yes, and we have our path closed or joined together. So that is the work of the join tool. So moving on to the next tools, we have the eraser tool, the scissors tool, and then the knife tool. Okay. So let me first draw this shape right here. So I come in here, double click, and I give it a color. So I have this color here, red. Now with the eraser tool, as the name goes, it is used for erasing parts of objects or for erasing objects. So I have this object here, and then with my eraser tool, I can erase this part from there, or I can erase right from here. Now once I do this, it breaks the shape into two. So if I go for my selection tool right now, I select individual shapes from here. If I go with the eraser tool and I do same thing here, it breaks the shape also into two. I can select individual shapes and move them. The next one in here, that is the scissors tool. Now with the scissors tool, if it's also used for cutting, the scissors tool is used for cutting as the name goes. We all know that we use scissors for cutting. Now with this, to cut a shape, we go with it by clicking on the anchors. So with this shape, if I want to do some cutting in here, if I click on just the part, right, and then I come in here and then click, I have my cutting here. If I go for my selection tool, I'll be able to move this away and then move this also. away. So I select this, I go for my scissors tool, I click here and then click here. So I have the cards in there. If I go for my selection tool, I move this away and then this also away. That's the work of the scissors tool. Let me delete this ones and leave only this here. The next tool also in there, that is the knife tool. It's also used for cutting, but with the knife tool, you draw in a free form manner. So I click and drag. So I have this here, that is for my line tool. So there is actually a cut in here. So to be able to see that there is a cut in here, let me go for my direct selection tool and then select this. Okay, and move it here. Yes, so we can see that there was actually a cut inside. So that's it for the knife tool. You draw a freeform path for the cutting. So I go for the knife tool again and I do some other cutting right here. I go for my direct selection tool and I come to work on it. Okay, I open it up. Okay, right. So that is the work of the knife tool. Okay, so thank you for watching. We will end this lesson here, and then with the next lesson we are going to continue with the rotate tool, and then under it we have the reflect tool. So when I right click, there is a reflect tool in here. Then we work on the scale tool. We have the share tool, and then the reshape tool also here. So we'll go or we'll tackle all the tools in here. Right, subscribe and wait for the next video. Thank you.